Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Inside the Harvest. We are 2 weeks into the season, and boy, is it getting good. We got Chris's team is in the hospital already. Mikey is resulting to scamming people for $3.99 to make his team. Hector and Dom couldn't take another loss, and they had to leave this week. So only the three of us this week, gentlemen. We're gonna have a nice, good episode because the guys who know ball are actually gonna take over today. So Dylan, your thoughts on the week? How do you think about this week so far?
I think this week is crazy. We see some good teams fall to 0-2, and we see some mediocre teams go to 2-0. And I'm not saying your team here. I think I have the worst 2-0 team. But we're starting 2-0. I've never started 2-0 in my life. Never, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you have 2020.
Did I?
Yeah.
Hey, what happened in 2020?
You won.
I won the league.
You did.
Anyways, we're gonna have a good show. Only the people with rings here. I don't count Hector's ring because of the DeMar Hamlin game. But there we go.
Harold's franchise.
Yeah, Harold's franchise. He doesn't have a ring. It's okay.
My Harold, what about you, huh?
There's definitely a lot more questions on the table right now. It's only week 2. Still a lot of the unknowns about teams. Bad, good. We don't know yet. All right. Mm-hmm. But you can't. We'll figure that out. We'll talk about that today.
Oh, so of the teams that are 0-2, what are you guys' strongest 2-0 team to start the season off?
For 0-2 teams?
For 2-0.
2-0. I think the strongest 2-0 team has to be Danny by far. I think he has the best running back. No, not the best running back around wide receiver. Best overall. I feel depth. But yeah,
commanded by Bijan Robinson.
Javonte the GOAT. Who I traded him. I miss him. He did. He's RB3 right now. He got JSN for the free ski.
For the free ski,
bro. Okay. For the free, he gave up Bill and who else? And Omari and Hampton, and got JSN and Javonte in return. Omari's not even the RB1 in LA, bro. I can't even believe this. Stop.
If her are the 0-2 teams strong, or the 2-0 teams that are strong, who do you think is the strongest?
I think Danny. You can put Danny up there. His team. I don't know. Yeah, there might be some holes picking around. You might not even know. Jameson Williams is there. That's a little questionable. Who else is there?
He has Jane Daniels.
Okay.
Pretty good team.
He might have depth, but I don't think
he got Garrett Wilson, he got Calvin Ridley, and he's got JSN.
And he has Calvin Ridley on the bench.
He got
Tyler Warren at tight end.
You got Tyler and Kyle Pitts.
Okay, stop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I just got a text from Ethan Yahoo, bro. He said, "What do you feel about getting James Conner?"
Oh no! They're trying to set you up, my boy.
Look, the two butt buddies are back at it again. We got Mikey Trump and Ethan Yahoo over here trying to fuck me. But that's okay. That's okay because I'm gonna send him that Jordan gift later.
I gotta say something. Mikey called me earlier today. He asked me about a trade for Amon-Ra, and Amon-Ra's my boy. I've had him every year in the league except this year. So I got my antennas, going up. Yeah. He proceeded to tell me Kenneth Walker and Mike Evans for Amon-Ra, and I really thought about it. But then I was like, Mikey, do you want me to pull my pants down and get a better kick at it because you're gonna fuck me at RB2, bro? I already had a fucking get an RB2, so you're gonna fuck me even harder, bro. I can't. I told Mikey, no. And then he said, would James Conner be interesting? And I said, no. I told Mikey to block my number immediately after that. I don't want James Conner touching my team.
Sorry, I was just talking about that trade. I was thinking about that trade. Yeah, James Conner. What are we doing? All right. That's why I drafted the GOAT, Trey Benson. All right. I knew what was going to happen. Sorry, Mikey.
Yeah, I feel bad for Mikey, but we'll get into that when in my segment next later. But that was the first part. When we come back from the break, we'll describe how the teams are structured and who can we see regressions and who can we see some positive going forward.
That's what I'm mirroring me. She lied to me, she tell me.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope y'all are ready, because Dom had the whiteboard last week, but this time I get hit the whiteboard. We're going to talk about the team. I know you guys been slandering me for the power rankings. It's very hard. I lost the Google Sheet format. So, instead of power rankings, I got y'all a power pyramid right here. So Drew's power pyramid, we're starting in the in trouble tier. I got Mikey, Chris, and Hector. Why are these teams in trouble? It's very simple. Chris, he has nothing. Mikey, he has nothing. Hector, he has nothing. These teams are so gridlocked in how they constructed that in order for them to get better, you're going to have to see significant changes to the team. For an example, Hector's best piece was Jordan Mason. He already gave up on Isaiah Pacheco 1 week in. Now he gets no Aaron Jones. That's going to be the truth. If Aaron Jones is out for the next 4 weeks on the IR, you're going to see Jordan Mason get the load. So Jordan Mason has to step up and elevate for Hector. But look, Hector has Nico Collins. Wide receiver 25 in volume, which is solid. He's only producing 47. Better days for Nico. The problem is for Hector, it comes in his flex and his wide receiver 2, Ladd McConkey. Wide receiver 37 in volume. You're seeing guys like Quentin Johnson and Keenan Allen outperform him. It is going to be significantly harder for Ladd McConkey to be that wide receiver 2 for Hector if Quentin Johnson and Keenan Allen step up. I don't think that's going to last. This is the wide receiver 1. Chargers spent a very high draft pick on him. They're going to get involved. It might just be a rough 2 weeks, but if the situation does not get better, Hector might be in trouble. And in a situation I don't think better, Cooper Kupp, my boy Cooper Kupp, wide receiver 50 in volume rank through 2 weeks. That is not very good for Hector, especially now that he has Marvin Mims too. When you alter Marvin Mims not on the list, Troy Franklin took his spot. So for Hector, he's in desperate trouble. For Chris, I don't even want to get to talk about Chris. No Aaron Jones, no George Kittle. Josh Allen and Josh Jacobs can hold down the fort, but if you notice, none of Chris's wide receivers are on here. DJ Moore. You got DJ Moore at 36, or my bad, not 36, 38. No one else. Tyreek Hill, not on the list. 43. Matthew Golden, 83. Chris is cooked. For Mikey's sake, it's Mikey. He has to hope the Big Two dominates, and I don't really see the Big Two dominates. Like I said, I don't like James Conner. Hunter Henry, what are we doing? Jerry Jeudy, what are we doing? He's hoping Keenan Allen being a plug-and-play guy. You play Keenan Allen because he gets a touchdown. He's making Mikey his wide receiver too. That's not what you're going to get from a plug-and-play. He might have gotten saved with Wan'Dale Robinson, but we'll see. Mikey and Hector's teams are so gridlocked, I got him in the trouble. Now they'll wait and see. Who are we waiting and seeing? For Drew, Zach, and Dom, they all are waiting on different people. Drew is waiting on the running backs. He's waiting on Kenneth Walker to get more volume. He's waiting on RJ Harvey to take over J.K. Dobbins. Right now, it's Dobbins' backfield to lose. For Zach, he's waiting on A.J. Brown to not play like dog shit. He's getting 71 volume? Come on, man. Zach, A.J. Brown is terrible right now. He's waiting for Xavier Worthy to come back, but he's getting outsnapped by Marquise Brown. And when Rashee Rice comes back, who is to say is Xavier Worthy? Zach's only hope is that Chris Olave, who's getting the 5th most in volume rank, overtakes that role. But Zach, he's waiting on the receivers. Drew, waiting on his running backs. And Dom is waiting in Jacksonville. He's waiting for Travis Hunter to take that next leap. 33 in volume, but only producing at wide receiver 58. Yikes. For Dom, Bayshal Tuvin overtook some of the workfield for Travis Etienne. Does Etienne have a smaller role? We don't know. But Dom is just simply waiting on Jacksonville, Drew with the running backs, and Zach waiting on his receivers. But all these guys, when put together, have a solid team. Drew has Brock Bowers. Drew has Mike Evans and Drake London. Look at Drake London, wide receiver 11. Mike Evans, wide receiver 12 in volume. They're just underperforming right now. So Drew, Zach, and Dom, they're simply all waiting. And now for the interesting tier, the good or the bad. These teams, you don't know if they're good or bad yet.
Stop.
Harold, Dylan, Jake, Ethan. The only one who's positive in the average of points, which is 112, is Ethan. Ethan's averaging about 130 points. Harold, Dylan, and Jake are all below the 112 average points marks. So you don't know. Dylan is probably the weakest. Dylan has not scored 120 points, nor has he eclipsed 110 in any of his wins. Harold did not eclipse 120, slightly bit.
I had 111 this last week.
You had 111? I'm sorry. Harold barely hit 120. He hit 119, and he, without league neighbors, he loses this week to Chris. Harold, you're kind of in the same spot. Drew, you're waiting for those running backs to can out. Can Travion Henderson take over the backfield? Is Ashton Denty going to get more carries? Is Omarion Hampton going to lose snaps to Najee Harris? So for Harold, you're basically playing the long game better than Drew because he's 2-0. Dylan, he needs a better tight end. Is Sutton going to do something? And is Marvin Harrison going to be that star talent that we all think he's going to be? Or is Trey McBride the real wide receiver one on this team? So these teams, you don't know if they're good or bad. You don't know if Kyron's going to lose to Blake Corum. You don't know if Breece Hall is going to keep it up. You just don't know. Jake is probably the solid out of these two. He's got James Cook. He's got the golden fantasy ticket, Devon Achane. Hell, Jake even got my boy Puka Nacua, the wide receiver one. So we get to Ethan. This team is due for regression. Tucker Kraft will not keep it up the target share. Hopefully Matthew Golden gets better, and if not, Green Bay shares the ball around. Romeo Dobbs, Jordan Wicks, Jordan Love just shares the ball around. Also, Emeka Mbuka, volume rank 32, wide receiver 13. It's going to balance out. And when Chris Godwin comes back, he is going to eat in that Emeka Mbuka role. Ethan's only really hope is BTJ right now. Wide receiver 15th in volume, but translates to 53. Worse than London and Evans. For Ethan, man, you just see the regression is due on the wall. You're not going to get 15 points from your kicker each week. You're not going to get 15 points from your defense each week. And that's the reason why you're kind of seeing Ethan drop 150 back-to-back weeks. It's just simply the special teams and defense are giving him such a more significant value. They're going to balance out. You're seeing overperformances in Emeka and Mbuka. So you're seeing overperformances in Tucker Kraft. He's not going to be able to keep it up. Can Derrick Henry stay good at his old age? Can Lamar Jackson? Still got it. So we got to wait. Ethan's team probably due for major regression. He leads the league in touchdowns by 7 touchdowns. Next closest is my number one, Danny. Danny and Matt are two powerhouses. Matt has depth. I don't think people know it, but Matt's got Travis Etienne, J.K. Dobbins all on his bench. He's got guys such as, I believe, I forgot who else Matt has, but Matt has some good depth. That's why Matt's kind of a powerhouse. He is hurting without Joe Burrow, but he got C.J. Stroud. He also has my boy Chase Brown, who I think will get better. But Danny, man, I think Danny is the best team in this league by far. Danny and Ethan are the only two teams to drop 120 in back-to-back weeks. Last time Danny was 2-0, he finished with the 3rd seed in the league. Lost to Nick in the first round, but good pace for Danny when Danny is 2-0. And that is my tier rankings. When we come back, we will talk about winners and losers for the first 2 weeks and boom or bust when we get back.
That shit's fake, nigga. You don't got it. You do not have it. Stop putting on the persona for these niggas out here.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in our headquarters in downtown Atlanta, and it is time for Boomer Bust. As you can see right here on the board, I lead with 4 points, Hector with 3, Harold with 2 pushes, giving him 2 points, and Dom and Dylan with 1. Dom last week had the Travis Hunter boom. He busted everywhere. Dylan with Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor has a current season high amongst fantasy points to running backs at 29. On the win, I had Isaiah Pacheco, easy. That was money. Hector got CeeDee Lamb right with 20 points, but we gave him an L for saying that JSN was going to bust, and he proceeded to drop almost 20 points this week. Harold had 2 pushes, James Conner, and who else was it? BTJ. BTJ, yes. Dylan, on the other hand, said that Lad McConkey was going to have this game, and he was sweating to see that he wasn't going to get the L, that he was going to bust.
Yeah, bro.
So,
I mean,
hey, you know what, man? It is what it is.
No,
so we got a new week, guys. So, Dylan, starting off with you, Dylan. Who's busting for you this week, Dylan?
look, my bust is either going to give me a nice little 3 points on the board or it's going to fuck me, all right? If Christian Gonzalez plays this week, DK Metcalf is not seeing shit this week. That's who I have. I have DK Metcalf busting.
Got big DK. DK's second appearance of the year already.
Gonzo already raped fucking A-Rod last year. He gonna have flashbacks. He ain't gonna throw to him. Expect the Calvin Austin legacy game.
For you, Harold, who you got busting this
My
week?
bust. I'm sorry, Dom. You're putting the wrong QB in again. You need to take Bo Nix out of that lineup, my boy. You need to take him out. I'm sorry. The Chargers defense is just looking way too good right now. I don't think Bo Nix is gonna be able to handle all that. I'm sorry.
You know what, man? I'm gonna stay in division. I got busting this week. I think he might. I don't know, guys. Something about him. I don't know if it's the marriage, but I got Travis Kelce busting this week. I don't know, man. With Travis Kelce, man. He just looks so ass. I mean, he basically gave the Eagles that ball, bro. He didn't want to catch it.
Right in his hands, he just went.
I don't know, man. And I love Kelce. Kelce's my boy, but man, I'm looking this is too good, man. I think Travis Kelce. I got him busting this week. Dylan, though, tell us your boom this week, though, Dylan.
My boom player. Look, I'm rocking the Bengals merch. All right. With that being said, we made Dylan Sampson look good. We made Baishal Tootin look good. We made Etienne look good. And now we're going to make Jordan Mason seem like this god, okay? Jordan Mason is going for 30 on our heads. And I can guarantee it.
Dylan, it sounds like you're very distraught right now, Dylan.
I am. You got all these fancy TikTokers saying, pick up Baishal Tootin. Pick up Baishal Tootin. He's the GOAT. No, he played the Bengals, okay? We have the worst run defense in the league, and I truly believe that. Our pass defense is amazing.
I'm trying a bad defense.
No, we have a good defense. Actually, PFF ranks our defense second.
Okay, go with you, Harold.
My boom. I'm making a statement. All right? There's too many doubts in the air right now. I have no doubts with this player. You know why? I'm going on the other side of the ball of the Chargers. Broncos game. Amarian Hampton. I'm tired of hearing the doubts. I'm tired. All right? I'm tired of it. He's going to have his breakout game this week.
Against the Broncos D, bro?
I don't give a shit.
Bro, but you saw what they let Jonathan Taylor do, bro.
Bro, JT gets 90% of the carries. Omarion Hampton gets 50-50 with Najee Harris, bro.
He's going to prove something.
My God, bro.
He's going to prove something.
You got old ass.
And I'm going to come back here next week, and I'm going to laugh in your face. I am putting my life.
Najee Harris never missed a game, though.
I'm putting my life.
Najee Harris never missed a game, though.
He ain't getting the snaps. Omarion Hampton.
That's fine.
Breakout game.
Omarion Hampton, 70-yard run, stopped at the 1. Oh, who's taking that?
Omarion Hampton.
Najee Harris.
Just stop it. Stop it.
My boom player of the week, I didn't mention it. I had some stats lined up, but I forgot to print them out today. I'm going Ted McMillan against Atlanta this week. Ted received, out of all the rookies since 2020 to receive more than 20 targets, it was Puka Nacua. You got Malik Neighbors, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Ted McMillan. He's just not getting touchdowns. They're going to Hunter Renfrow right now. But I think he gets in the end zone this week. And he had 16 points last week with no touchdowns against a very solid Arizona defense. I think Atlanta's a little bit better. But they lost a very crucial corner, and that is A.J. Terrell. He went down. So I think it's going to soften up open. I know the struggles last week was with Minnesota. But I think J.J. McCarthy is just so ass. Bryce Young's way better than him. And I'm not going to oversimplify it. I think Ted McMillan's going to have a nice game. I think he goes for 70 yards, and I think he finds himself in the end zone this week. I got Ted booming. We'll see what Dom and Hector pick to update the listing. But that concludes another week of Inside the Harvest Room. We'll be back. Hopefully Hector and Dom decide to show up. If not, I guess it's just the three of us. Maybe we'll call Jake to do an interview.
You can call Omarion Hampton after he gets cut from the Chargers. We're having a stinker of a game against the Broncos.
Maybe we can ask Austin. Maybe.
Just like Burrow's fucking foot, yeah? Yeah. Not even a playoff team no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could ask Austin Eckler. I heard he's got a lot of time.
Yeah, you know
He's got a lot of
Austin
time.
Eckler back?
No, I don't.